score now.
Okay,
Go.
Andrew. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Trendsetters Talk. I'm Heidi Washington and I'm here with my co-host Lisa Chesney, and we're going to chop it up about something that's really been a problem, in the community, and we want to get your intake. So if you can, please like, share, and comment in the section, and we can pick up on this conversation at a later time. What we're going to talk about is what is really good with our community. What's going on? Where is the unity in the community? I mean, I remember growing up, we were in the streets, we used to play skelly, we was playing double dutch, guys was playing ball, they even had stick ball. You remember stick ball, Lisa?
Yeah,
You understand?
it all the time.
Us, we was out here riding our bikes. We know that things have changed, we know that, but, let's talk about why things have gotten to the point where they are, and how can we turn back to go forward?
Well, you had me reminiscing on back in the days as you was talking. I was just imagining myself, what I miss is everyone knew your name on the block.
Yeah.
I laughed one time, I thought about, I got a letter home from school, and as I'm walking home, they knew I got a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And I got popped from all my elders.
I get you.
And said, wait till you get home.
You go get it again.
Go get it again. And I miss that. I miss Big Mamas.
I miss Big Mamas.
I miss, I don't know, even the seniors. Some of the seniors seem to be trying to act younger than this generation sometimes. Or they have been shunned so bad that they don't say nothing no more.
I mean, I like what you brought up, that where's Big Mama?
Yeah.
They scared Big Mama. They told Big Mama, mind your business.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? So Big Mama minding her business now. And I think that it just got out of control. It got out of control when it was mind your business. It got out of control when it went to from mind your business to I'm not telling nobody my business.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't want it in the street anyway. However, closed mouth don't get fed. And a lot of problems in our community is we so proud not to have problems discussed within our community that they just don't get fixed. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've witnessed, people going homeless, families, whole neighbor standing outside watching, but nobody's helping.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? We know, we all have neighbors that are hungry.
Yeah.
And
we used to feed though.
But we don't even, it's what you said, we don't even know our neighbors. How we
I
gonna
was there
live on a
too.
block?
I'm on one block.
How we gonna live on a block and we don't know who's directly across the street? You really have to do work now for your neighbors to engage with you.
Mind you, they see you every day. I live in a condominium, 33 units, and I think I know maybe 10 by speaking, and the others just by face. And I've even approached to try to speak to them, like, hey, I'm in 8602, and they're like, but let's go back to that question you said. What happened?
What happened? I can talk from my point of view. Being out there and being in the midst of what's going on. And like I said to you, it moved from mind your business and stop talking about, and people not wanting to share their business.
Okay, who was saying mind the business? Cause see, I done got stuck to us growing up, you know, it was respectful, you know, we got our head knocked off.
You know,
So when did that occur, the mind of
it
your
seemed
business?
like the generation under us, when we tried to discipline the younger ones, you know, they was told, mind your business, don't tell my child nothing. Even in schools, people don't want their teachers to tell their children or to use discipline, you know, disciplinary words to their kids. And don't tell my kid that, or don't this, that, and the other. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Can we go back a little?
yes,
We had a conversation about this before.
okay.
You think it's when the kids had found out their rights?
You know,
Does that coincide?
I don't think that, I think it was happening a little bit, I think it was happening a little bit before that, though. You understand what I'm
minding your
saying?
business part?
The minding your business part, the separation within the community. You get it?
I
And
get it.
then it went to,
I think it escalated though.
it escalated, and then they implemented children's rights.
You know, I get what you're saying.
You understand what I'm
They
saying?
caught the attitude,
They caught the
and then
attitude,
someone researched.
and then someone said,
I got
these
rights.
kids got powers, right? So now the kids feel empowered,
Mm.
and they start complaining. Well, this person told me such and such. So now they started implementing all these laws and all these things in regards to children's safety, children's rights, children's this. And then nobody became more well versed about that than the children.
Who
And
made that up?
you
Who made
You know,
these rules?
systematically.
You know, like I'm looking, so you sat down Sunday dinner and just said, oh, children got rights and started making rules
No,
and
it
regulations?
came from a series of abuses. You know, having a social work background,
Right.
it came from the abuse and how to protect the child. And now it went from, you know, you can get swatted in school with the ruler to you can't get hit in school with the ruler. It went from, okay, you're on timeout and there's a timeout corner, to that being abusive and you can't put the kids in a timeout corner. It went from, you know, certain things that were structurally implemented in schools to now these laws and kids telling on teachers, telling on principals, telling on even, you know, anybody was up for, you know, some type of disciplinary action in order to save the children. There were custodians that were raping, you know, and molesting children. So there are certain laws that are implemented to protect the children, you understand? However, once the children got away of it, you understand what I'm
Well,
saying?
mine didn't say that.
Well, you know, there's a what I would say to this. There's a hidden system that oversees everything, and that's the foster care system. And those foster care children are well versed. So if my kid is going to school with a foster care kid that knows all the laws and all of everything about everything, you know, they're gonna tell my kid what time it is. Oh no, she can't do that. Oh no, they can't do that because they got in section 12 verse 3. There's a stipulation verse clause 3.
Point 1.3 A and B.
A and B. There's a stipulation that says la da 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 da. I mean, they could really kick it. Those kids are like lawyers, and they don't even understand it, you know. So if my kid is going to school with a kid like that, that's gonna spill over not only into the classroom. That's gonna spill over into the household. That's gonna spill over into the community, unless, and then people began to get scared because the law is involved.
So that's what I'm asking. This was a law, and they predicated it on foster care?
They predicated it on children, but the children in foster care are,
Did they stimulate that for that?
yeah.
So how can, so they used to analyze the children in foster care,
Mhm.
So they go work.
They heard the complaints. They heard the complaints.
But what that got to do with my house?
They're
There's
still
no
a child,
abuse there.
but they're still a child, and they still have rights.
Mm. I think, you know, that
I think sorry, go
I
ahead.
think that started it, the minding your business, and I gotta agree with you. You're right, it was pride.
It's probably,
Maybe, well, let's do the humble part, embarrassment of their situation.
you know, as I said to you before,
What?
closed mouth don't get fed.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So because you proudful, you carry this,
Embarrassed.
or embarrassed, everybody must stay starve. You're gonna lose your whole apartment. You're gonna risk your living situation because you're too proud. So what if people talk about you? You got food on your table. You understand what I'm saying? So what if it's a bigger picture behind everything? I need help.
I'm an open book. I'll go out and yell,
You-
hey, help me.
You know, I think that's one of the reasons why we said that we were starting Trendsetters Talks, because of how many people come to me and ask me, you know, hey, Miss Washington, I need some help. You know, do you know where to find out this, that, and the other? And we talked about that.
Okay, so you just said we stopped having help. They stopped asking for help.
They stopped asking
Now
for
you're
help.
saying now they're slowly coming back around. But let's get back on the unity part.
Yeah, let's talk
How
about it.
did we realizing that we lost it. So the way I'm looking at it is division came into play.
Okay.
Division came in,
Mhm. Expound on that. What do you mean by that?
you had some that were asking for help,
Mhm.
some were still trying to keep the unity together.
Mhm.
And then you might have Mabel down the street telling everybody to mind your business and curse you out.
Mhm.
How did we let one person, I'm just gonna use Mabel
Mhm.
as a example of saying mind your business. It's like, you know what I'm looking at? How did it dwindle? How did we just fade away?
You know, to answer that question, the only thing I could say is, what we gonna do about it?
Right, instead of dwelling on the past.
You know,
What we gonna do?
what we gonna do about it? What we gonna do? It is what it is. That's a fact. You know, everything is out of control. Our system is screwed. The community is really lacking everything. There's no love, there's no unity. You know, every once in a minute there's a hot topic and then we'll go and love up on one another, and by the time we walk down the block, that's
It's
done.
done.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, somebody getting murdered, this one getting stuck up, that one getting knifed up. You understand what I'm saying? They just left We Are the World. You get on the train and you getting sliced up. So, you know, we really got work to do. There's really things that need to be done for us to really relearn how to love one another while healing from our own personal traumas. I think that our community really is battered and bruised and traumatized, and you know, our men, our women, they all out of focus, and this is how come our kids are where they at now. We gotta reorganize things. We gotta put some structure back. We gotta take some of the old and apply it to the new. You know, people forgot about community and what that's supposed to mean. You know, but community was based on a village.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If you don't have a village, you can't expect to have a community.
Well, we live in a village, but there's no unity.
We live in a community. There is no village.
I say it. However, okay, right, the village is the people.
The village is the people.
All
The
right
village-
now.
The Village is Big Mama.
Right, and auntie and them.
And auntie and them. The Village is the store owner. The Village is,
That's right. 'Cause
the
I-
Village is the pizza parlor guy. The Village is everybody. The Akis, the this, that, the other. The Village, this is our village. This is who
My
cared
mom
about
with
us.
the village, with the store, cause I used to take change out my mother's piggy bank and go to the corner store.
I think we all did.
And I was, you know, where's all my money? I don't know.
Right.
Do you know the store owner said, yeah, she came in with all the,
Absolutely.
but that was unity.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got mad, I got a whooping, but now that I'm thinking about it, he
Everybody
took the
worked
time.
together on the same, it was for our good.
He took the time to know me as an individual, to know who my mother was, to know, not necessarily know where we lived, but he knew that was my mother. If I was going to get her a pack of cigarettes or something, people still had credit back then.
Yes, store credit. You remember store credit? You remember store credit, you know? What happened to store credit? I'm not, you know, I guess the bills were, the way that people are now, they would run up store credit and just go to another store.
And to see, that damaged the store person to trust someone that's
Right.
trustworthy.
So this is support from our viewers and support from local politicians and support from community-based organizations, entrepreneurs. Each one of us has a role to play, you know, with helping us to support us.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
we're planning to do, and
We want your feedback. I need some feedback on it. I want some questions what questions y'all have for us that we can,
reach out to somebody else and try to get it answered, you know.
Mm.
Sometimes even you and I have questions that we've questioned you to question them. And you've questioned me some questions that, you know, I had to go and do my resource and my research and come back and, you know, present it to you, you know. So this is the same thing that we want for the community to come on and say, you know, why really and truly is this going on? You know, not only on a positive note, but maybe on a negative note as well. Why are we still, you know, why is this cycle perpetuating and continuously is getting out of, it's not manageable anymore. It's out of control. It's out of whack. And we got to do something about it. And you know, we got to be able to step in and get dirty.
Yeah. So what we doing first?
I think the first thing that we are doing is Trendsetters Talk. And as the community becomes more involved in what we're doing and letting us know, hey, this is the problem, maybe we can tackle that. Maybe we can go into, you know, the local leaders' faces. Maybe we can ask, you know, some of these community-based organizations that are getting the funding to step in. Maybe we can be the bridge between the community and people that have some say. You know, it's advocacy.
I'm gonna be the naysayer because I'm gonna be the one acting like the people.
Right.
We've done this before.
Right.
And it didn't succeed. So what's gonna make Trendsetters different? You know, and I'm just acting like them. And what is it gonna take? Because there have been, and me and you've had this talk. People have done it, but it didn't succeed. So what are we gonna do to make the difference this time?
Consistency.
Keyword.
Consistency. People fail, and that's it. Flop. It's done.
Ran in the brick wall.
That's it.
That was me.
That's it.
Consistency.
Consistency. We're gonna get armored up in our marshmallow suits, and we're gonna hit the wall. We're gonna bounce back, and we're gonna come back again. We're gonna keep trying to reinvent the wheel as many times as we have to. We're gonna be so annoying on Trendsetters Talk, and we're gonna talk so much about things that's going on that somebody is gonna have to do something to make
To
us
shut us
keep.
up.
Absolutely.
You know what they say, that where there's a will, there's a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way. And if there's a will and it's, just the same way the negative is getting done, let's try to get some of the positive back into it. There's so much
Okay.
negative,
Right.
So
and
let's
you can
fix
do
it.
negative quick, so.
and we could do negative quick. It's harder to do the positive. It's harder to get the community back involved. But if it takes us knocking on some doors, if it takes us being in some faces, if it takes us doing the work that, people are turned off from doing, or
Or they
scared.
scared, yeah. Or they marry what you want,
Right,
what you want.
right.
So, let's use my blog. I slowly try to reach out, I try to speak. Some of the people, and I'm talking about outlet, mine is one block.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, I don't know who lives there.
Mhm.
Or I see somebody walking in one of the buildings, I wave, and they, and I'm like, what is going on? Even walking down the street,
Mm-hmm.
coming today to meet you, I saw the sanitation man.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was looking at a show with Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
She had nothing but first responders and stuff.
Oh,
Going on, but
cool.
the unity.
Mm-hmm.
The unity is where I'm at, and the word that stuck out and why I spoke on the show, she thanked them for their service, period. So I went and saw God, thank you. And now I'm starting to do that now with police officers and with military. Thank you for your service. Just a little hello.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a difference, but I've said hello to some people and they, and I'm like, I still smile.
I had this conversation, and I usually have this conversation as an icebreaker with the classes and gateways, right? And one of the icebreakers that I throw out is, how many of you get offended when you say good morning to someone and they don't say good morning back? Right? Everybody shoots up their hand. Everybody, yeah, man, I can't stand when that happens. I just feel like slamming the door in these people's face when I'm holding the door. They don't say thank you,
Yeah.
and da-da-da-da-da, and people getting in their feelings. But we tend to forget that the world that we living in sometimes is not a good morning for everybody. And you wishing me a well-a-do, that's all it is. I'm not obligated to give it back to you. I'm not obligated to give it back to you when I lost sleep all last night because my 14-year-old daughter didn't come home and I heard she ran away with some pimp. I'm not obligated to give you a good morning when my husband's girlfriend called me at 2 o'clock in the morning. I rolled over and his behind wasn't there.
Well, I think that's a nasty attitude to have.
It is a nasty attitude.
See, this is what I'm saying. That's that New York.
It's not
I'm
a New
not
York.
obligated. I'm teasing.
Right.
But,
but you gotta understand.
Kindness. I'm sorry, kindness, and I get it.
But I'm not in a kind space. I'm not in a kind space.
To say
You
two
kind.
words?
You kind. You kind. And if you are genuinely kind, you're not expecting it to be reciprocated. You're giving me something. You're telling me good morning. That was out of your kindness.
Okay.
So it's no obligation for me to give it back to
I
you.
just think that word is too harsh.
Obligation.
Maybe I'm in my feelings.
And this is why we divided, because we got too much feelings of our own personal feelings, and now we not compassionate enough to other people's feelings.
Well, that happened to me. I said good morning, and it was an older lady, and she chewed me up, and I did tell her, I said, ma'am, we woke up this morning. We still have breath in our body. It may not be the way we want it to be, but we still here.
Right, and that's so important because we can change it.
Yes, and you know what? Let me finish it. She thought about it and said, I didn't look at it that way. And I think you said something, we had another talk we had, somebody said, I already know, we ain't gonna go there.
That's another one. That's another one.
But
There's another
she
segment to try to
thought about it and said, She said I should have known better.
But what if I'm not in that headspace at the time?
I keep it moving.
You understand what I'm saying?
And
Don't take it personally.
No, I was teasing, but what I'm saying is, you do get that, okay, keep to the next one.
Yeah,
However,
it is.
what
Right,
I
you use
do is
yourself
I
as
pray
an
for them
example.
as I'm walking past.
That's all.
Lord, I don't know what's going on, but, give them peace and give them strength.
That's all we can do. And if that's all we can do, then that's all we can do at the moment.
So until everyone starts reaching out and stuff, what we gonna do now is say good morning,
Just say good
speak
morning.
to people.
Use yourself as an example. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna use ourselves as an example of do unto others as you would want others to do unto us. You understand? So I like a good morning, so I'm gonna give you a good morning. I wanna have a good morning. It makes me feel important that somebody wishing me a good morning. So I'm gonna tell you have a good morning, whether you wanna have a good morning or not, or whether you're having a good morning or not. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what's necessary to help the community heal, and from my perspective, that's why I need the community's perspective to assist me on what they think it'll take.
Right. To get started at least.
Well, we're started. You keep saying get started. We started. We're talking to community, but we're talking about community-based. We're talking to community-based organizations. We're talking to local politicians. We're doing. But what is it that the community wants? You guys got to engage with us as well for us to figure out, how are we going to get to this? How can we work together to stop some of the problems, and what are some of the problems,
Right.
Off the top of our heads, we could say, yes, there's not enough places for the youth to be involved with. Well, coming to and doing Trendsetters Talk, that's all I've been coming across. It's organizations that are doing things with the kids. I think that the problem is that the community doesn't have the resource, and this is why I'm bringing it out. I'm letting, people platform what it is that they're doing in the community and getting the information out there so that people can become more involved. People can get the help and the assistance that they need. People can do what they need to do, to change the way that we've been doing things, On paper, all of our communities look so pristine.
Oh, yes.
The amount of money that's poured into programs, the amount of money that's poured into, the community. However,
Where's it at?
no one really knows
Where's that?
where to go or, who's doing what. But they do hear astronomical numbers getting poured into a community. So, with all of that being said, we gotta figure it out. We gotta figure out what and how we can use this platform to make a difference.
Well, we are, like you said, we already figured it out.
Right.
The consistency part is what I like. And also, one thing about Heidi, she's not gonna stop until it gets done. So, the consistency part and the persistence, she will get it done, or she's gonna find out. And honestly, it has rolled off on me where I ask the questions, and because I wanna know. I wanna know, talk to me, give me understanding. I wanna know why, and I wanna know who, and I wanna know what. And I want us to know that we're gonna do what we have to do to get it done. And don't be despondent about it. It's gonna happen. May not come at the time we feel it might. But one thing I know about you, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. There's gonna be parts I'm gonna play, but I know you for a fact. You will get it done because this is not new to you.
Right.
Heidi, when I came back from New York, oh, there's service resources. Remember, what is the resources? What is that? And I didn't see none of this.
Right.
But you led me. You said, go here, and if that don't work, go here and that. So Come on, people, ask the questions. Come on. Like she said, closed mouths don't get fed. How we gonna know if you don't tell us? How we gonna know if you don't ask? I guess that's why I have the question, because I ask. When I don't know something, I ask. I get that wisdom, that knowledge and understanding. And that's what we need
And that's what we need. That's what we need as a community. That's what we need to heal.
to get started.
And,
Got started.
to get started.
I
Why
don't
do
know
you
why I
keep
keep
saying?
saying that. I think I'm looking at the hands-on part with the people, that's all. Going out there, come on, you know, because I got older women that lives alone,
Right,
and that bothers me.
right.
And a guy said, y'all don't even have cameras on your community to watch them. They can fall.
Right.
Anything can happen. Honestly, I don't even know half their names. I call her mama because I don't know.
Right.
I know she lives on the second floor, the third floor of this building.
Right.
But
But
I
what
wanna
else
go to
does she
them.
really need?
I don't know.
You know, sometimes you gotta knock on the doors. I guess we coming to knock on y'all door, people. So if you see our faces, don't close the door.
Don't slam it, please.
You could push it in.
Yeah, don't slam.
Yeah, don't slam. You know, don't do that, baby.
Don't slam.
Don't slam. But, you know, we need to know. We need to know, and I'm not afraid to be in somebody's face to find out the answers. We're not afraid, you know, we're not afraid of getting big doors closed on us, you know, not residential
I'm gonna
doors.
kick them in though.
Yeah. I'm a squatter. I'm a squatter.
Oh,
I'm a
wow,
squatter.
yeah.
I'm a
I'm
squatter.
not moving until I get an answer.
I'm a squatter. I'm a squatter. I'll be back tomorrow.
Right.
And
Same
the next
time,
day,
same
and the
time.
next day, and the next day.
With a smile.
With a smile.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
we gonna do this.
I noticed that you took 2 sugars in your coffee. Would you like me to bring you one tomorrow while I'll be back? 'Cause, you know, this is how it is. This is how, as I said, you know, persistence and consistency. It seems like this is where we've dropped the ball in our community, you know. And this will start the unity. This will start once we all show that we are interested in this and we all play an